Hey everybody, I'm back and somewhat embarrassed with my performance yesterday. I don't know, my brain was, I mean, I'm wearing the same clothes because it's the same day, but yesterday's video, I feel like I was getting the combination of like, not bad necessarily, but let's say mediocre shops combined with my brain trying to force some things into existence on the Super Auto Pets board that were not meant to be. What will be the vague parts? They do that sometimes. You know, the Austin Powers had a recurring bit about vague parts whenever they'd show the shadows and stuff. And it would look like Austin Powers was getting like a watermelon sledgehammered up as you know what. Sorry to get so vulgar in the first, I don't know, 45 seconds or so of the video here. But I mean, you've seen it as well. We don't want Otter to hit Ant, but we do want to buy Otter. So we could buy Otter, then we get a 2/3 chance of it not hitting Ant, but we don't really care for it to hit Otter either. I think you take your 50-50 instead of it hitting the fish. And if it hits the Ant, so be it. So be it. I think you make sure that the Ant with 2 is in the second position so that in theory it could get to 3 HP, which is something of a magic number for sure. This is a tough one, just to be honest with you, because I actually think our best chance of winning, believe it or not, comes from feeding an ant at 3 the apples so they get, or the ant at 2, I should say, the apples so they get to 3 HP no matter what. Then we buy the otter. We combine ants and then buy otters next turn. We're going to win this one. I mean, like, I feel vindicated for sure. I don't know why the frame rate on the browser build is so bad. I apologize, by the way, but so we do this. If the otter happens to hit you, so be it. Well, you'll be like an 8-6, which is kind of crazy. We're early enough to get a dog. This is like the normal time that you would get a dog. So we've actually... Oh, man, that's great news. Like, to be honest with you, we've kind of just built a pre-patch run, which I think is fine. I do also think we would probably be up for selling the otter, but I'm not really, like, as good as Scampy can be in your head, it never seems to get there in real life. Like, it never seems to, and I say this as a noted Scampy devotee, I'm not an enormous fan of how it ends up working out in Vivo. Okay, I'm gonna do that. You gotta go. Like, first off, we need space. You can stick around a little longer. Maybe when we get our next pill, we'll take it as a sign. We'll sell you. Thanks for 2 gold. We'll buy you. I honestly think we'll probably sell our fish. It has sucked up some buffs, but the best time to pivot off of it is eventually, I suppose. And that eventually might be now. I'm really gonna get like a 5-6... just to then pop a flamingo down right here. This seems a little silly. But you know what? I could give you a B for the time being. Like, this is getting a little insane. And then I can pill an ant or a flamingo next time. If I pill the flamingo, we get to delineate the stats as we choose, or distribute the stats as we choose. And then we'd also get a B that we could sell back to, like, break even. I don't know, man. Like, you gotta admit, it's going pretty well right now. Getting the dog off the ground early is important. We just got to keep it moving so that it doesn't get, like, you know, it doesn't fall behind in scaling. So, I do think, even though we spent fairly heavily, we're going to keep the swan around. It's very helpful. Oh my god, I got to, like, refresh the tab or something. It's literally, like, 2 FPS. It's so bad. Not to be rude to the devs. Because, you know, on mobile, like, it's amazing. So it's just, you know, I don't know if it's HTML5 or, like, what the heck's going on here, but I might be old, by the way. Are we still on HTML5? On my incredibly brief foray into web dev, that's what we were on. I mean, personally, I was more of, I was using the mean stack. I don't know if Angular is still that popular. What's the other one called? When you don't use the mean stack, it's the React.js. Anyway, look, I'm getting above my weight class here. One thing you can do is pill, get 2 triggers, I don't know if I should have done it, for the record, but I have done it. Maybe, like, sell one of these things, roll once. You're not going to be long for this world. So we could put a kangaroo in here, freeze a dog. I feel like you got to die before our ant. Because, like, our ant, we definitely need this. Oh, the frames, dude. It's so non-responsive. You mining Bitcoins? Is that what's happening here? This, I think, is going to go badly. But it's legitimately, like, we just kind of got unlucky with our dog hither to this point. You know? The fact that it's like an 11-4 or 11-5, it's not ideal. But life goes on. So you're gone. You're coming in. I'm a big fan of where we stand with this run. I think this run could do a lot of good. You're going to want this. Let's buy this again. We're spending a lot to enable you, don't get me wrong. Kangaroo should probably get garlic at some point. One of these is nice. I mean, honestly, like, that ant has got to go. I think next pill, maybe we'll keep you around for a sec too. Next pill, that ant has got to be out of here. Preferably, like, I don't want to lose a 6-6 for nothing. It's really like a 6-6 with upside too. This is highly unfortunate. We are again going to die in, like, the worst fashion. Just like statistics did not work out in our advantage there. But I'm not sweating it yet, okay? Like, we got an engine to power this run in the future. We need a pill. Unless, you know what? Our kangaroo has been garbage lately. Let's accept that for now. It might take us a while to get a pill. Let's buy a turtle. Just keep it up there. If we have to do something with it, we have to do something with it. You are gone. And I know that it might hit the turtle. If it does, it does. That's the way of the world, man. I accept our positioning. Yeah. I mean, this squad, and on round 7, having a dog with 32 stat points is incredible. It's just highly, highly unfortunate that it's ended up being 22-10 instead of, like, 16-16. But that's life. And I think it's actually going to turn out... I think it's going to turn out okay. All we need is an unbelievable run of form where we only get... you know, a staggering amount of defense instead of attack, and then we're off to the races. So why don't we just turn you into melon? 2 gold for 3 stat points. I'm not really in a position to make an enemy here, I think, so let's just... Thanks for the attack, I really appreciate it. I think we could do something here. I think we could buy a parrot, put it behind our sheep. Please give me some defense. I'm asking nicely. It's getting a little... It's a little much. Spider at the front's a little dicey, to be clear, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm not despondent. I'm just like, we need some defense. We're in dire need of some serious defense. I'm realizing how bad this situation now is. You gotta give them some respect. They built like a fun run there. I'm just asking you for some HP. That's what I'm gonna sell you. Buy you. This is HP no matter what. You can't stop me. Thanks for the extra attack. I really appreciate it. Why don't you roll me? We need this, I think. So now we can get double the attack, which I think will be really important for us. I really feel like a scorpion is kind of like a nice hedge. And then can I run something insane by you? Sell the... Yeah, sell you. I'm thinking, just for the record. We can roll 2 scorpions. We could roll 2 deers. We could roll 2 leopards. The most fun thing to do is roll 2 leopards. I'm dying. Like, not literally. I'm doing fine. Like, I'm having a pretty good day. I'm just... Like, the stat distribution here, like, I gotta talk to Daniel Kahneman or something. This is, like, the exact wrong team for us to be fighting right now with this kind of build. Please. Please. Oh, my God. We're gonna draw. I'm so thankful for the mercifulness of this draw. I'm not saying we're building the best team of all time. I think you gotta go. I know we just bought you. I know we just got you. We gotta get a monkey out there. I like a scorpion that protects our dog. The game is bugged. Like, every time, and this is not how math works, but every extra time I buy an animal, spawn it in, and then I'm gonna buy you back. Are you serious? This is where we're going here? We're gonna roll double scorpions. Or at least it buffs you with some extra. Okay, everyone chill out, okay? I know a lot of us got a little heated in that last segment there. The good news is we got a little bit of defense that time. The bad news is I think the fabric of mathematics is falling apart as we know it. Like the value of pi is changing before our eyes because the math just doesn't work out. Now, we got a very classic build here from the enemy that's going to really cause me some serious problems, and I'm going to lose. I genuinely feel like I'm just refreshing. That's why you got a black screen, by the way. Did we play a perfect game? Did we never make any mistakes? Absolutely not. Of course we made mistakes. Would we have gotten to 6, 7, 8 wins if our dog had gotten to 20 HP instead of 40 attack? I think so. Absolutely. Okay, we're back in the game, though, either way. And let's try to replicate. I mean, that run had some good stuff going for it. Look. I'll take a 3-2. Now I'm like, oh, 3-2? Are you crazy? But to be fair, it's a 3-2 that doesn't shoot. We'll be the innocent hands. How about that? Didn't Interpol have a song around that? They're gonna pull you in close. Do the kids these days even know who Interpol is? They probably think I'm like referencing the actual like police organization. They're gonna be out on force on Twitter. Now, I'm not talking about the police. That's NWA. I'm talking, actually, that's Sting if you want to be technical. But I'm talking about the band from New York City. I'm gonna play with the dress that you came in here tonight. You know, those guys? No, not so much. Okay, I understand. I mean, they were huge in the like early to mid 2000s. They were legitimately, people were like, this might be the next Radiohead. Instead, they just ended up being like pretty cool. And then I think they just retired, which is kind of like the dream, right? Especially when you're having runs like this. It's no big deal. It's just in theory, something that would be kind of interesting is if you got like animals that I already had, you know, that provided me with any benefit at all. That's fine. Is it possible that we can hit... I'm going to abandon. Like, that's actually what's happening here. I guess I'm going to freeze a hedgehog. They want us to roll hedgehog build? Sure. Give me some more hedgehogs then. Fine. So this round stands no chance, just to be clear. But I didn't even put the dodo on the right unit. Like, I'm playing full tilt poker, like, you know, Phil Hellmuth right now. But I'm also, there's a part of me that's like, what the heck is going on? Like, did they get my anonymous account info and then they're like, this guy's making our game look too easy? Dump it? Is that what happened? Let's get some identity on this run, okay? We'll get a rabbit. We'll start feeding our units some delicious apples. I guess we should feed our dodo. Our dodo could be both a Carrie and a Samantha. I mean, a Carrie and a... well, we're going to lose this one, but that's okay. A Carrie and a tank, I suppose. It could be DPS and a tank, maybe. Hedgehog? No hedgehog? That's fine. So we're just gonna feed you. That's what's gonna happen here. The mosquito does not have to exist. I know what you're thinking. You take the badger. I actually really like a badger, but you got to make it fit in the right way. And I don't think we have that way right now. So there's our hedgehog. It's pretty much exactly what we wanted. You could do worse than a strong deer, I think. Let's freeze an apple for the future. Garlic really doesn't apply to anybody yet. I mean, we're going nowhere, man. We have 0 wins at round 5. The only thing we got going for us is an early deer, which is kind of cracked, as you can see. It's like, we actually are still going to lose, but we got much closer to winning than we did last time. Our hedgehog thing didn't go off because there were no enemies to hit, but we know, like you and I both know, that there was a bee coming. So it looked like they screwed us there, but they did not, I promise. That was things working as intended. Certainly interesting. I think because we're not on lethal, I know I say this every time, but now we got a level 2 hedgehog. This is like a draw machine, hopefully, especially if we can get it to level 3. Level 3. Not bad. Not bad. I think we're going to draw, and that's okay. I don't know how we're going to build a win out of that, but I imagine while we have 2 rabbits, it involves eating a lot of food, like this. Freeze me. Honestly, I'll level with you. I was kind of hoping for another salad, but let's do this for now. We don't need to hit a level 2 rabbit just yet. Obviously, I'm happy to like have it in the hopper. So now this is going to be an 8/8 deer. That does not mean a deer is destined to die right off the bat. Now, of course, I ate my words immediately. And we ended up going up against a team that was like exactly tanky enough to not get mutually assured destruction. So that's unfortunate. But, you know, sure. How's this for you? Freeze meat for a second. I was just going to say, I want to see a salad. We'll freeze this. I think for now, you got to get that hedgehog up a level. And you know what? A seal could actually slap here. We need to live long. Like, if this loses on round 8 with no wins, I'm probably going to become the Joker. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Like, this is more what I was expecting. Like, our deer is good. I don't know. Now that I look at it, I'm like, we actually still might lose. We're actually still gonna... No, okay, we're gonna draw. Okay, that's all I could ask for, except for maybe a win, but let's not go crazy. Hey, Prince, let's not go crazy. This dodo, you've done your best, okay? Your best did not work. The lesson is never try. So, like, we're getting insane here. That's exactly how I needed that to go, to restore some faith in humanity. It's really hard to get rid of a 10-15 deer, huh? I could freeze you. I need to put something. I don't know, man. I guess I'm selling my level 3. No, you can't sell your level 3 hedgehog. So what are you selling to put the cow? I guess you're selling the rabbit to put the cow out here. If you're selling the rabbit to put the... I guess you're going to sell the deer to put the cow out there. Then why do you have the deer frozen? Okay, good point. Okay. You know what? Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you freaking sorry? I'm just going to say it, man. You're too strong. Yeah, there's no way we can win this. The bees are going to make this untenable. I'm stunned at, like, I mean, I'm not saying we played a perfect game, but let me just put it this way. On the mobile version of the game right now, where I played before bed, none of these players are playing the mobile version anymore. You got to remember that we're in the Kiss Psycho Circus, right? We'll be the Shy Bushes. Like, we're only playing against people that are hardcore enough to, like, either be in the Discord or, you know, be enough of a Super Auto Pets enthusiast, let's say, to be interested in seeing the beta patch before it's ready for prime time. It's a much higher standard for success at this level, let me tell you. I would be happy, like, honestly, getting the 4 wins on the beta patch feels like getting... Saved? Maybe? Not really? Feels like getting the 10 wins in a normal circumstance. Oh, you are so freaking lucky. Anyway, like this, we got out 1-1. That's pretty good. You know we got to get you to level 2. You're hoping to get something insanely valuable. I think you could definitely put a honey badger. Honey badger and like bees in general seem to kind of be the play right now. I don't really care what you hit. I'm just happy to have the stats. That's fine. Let's get some meat going, probably. We'll, okay, yeah, we'll freeze you. I think we'll put meat on our badger. No, that's, you got to put honey on your badger, man. You were just saying it 2 seconds ago. This will still be fine. And that's not even like a source, dude, just trust me. Like, we're actually just set. We'll figure out what to do here. I mean, you don't have to put honey on the badger, but I do think it's the best. We didn't really have another candidate for meat, so... it's dangerous, so I think we'll sell you. God, I don't want you around either, just to be honest. Now we're going to have to roll a smaller squad, but I definitely think that's sensible when you consider our options there, although now that I look at the rest of the squad, I'm like, maybe not. You know what? Freeze me a bee to apply next time. I still have some hope in our badger, and then, you know, a good spider could help out a lot. You never know. So close. We were like 2 HP away from getting that horse and making it a draw. Okay, so maybe some rash plays, some miscalculations, some might say. Let's get an ox out here, and we look to maybe like pill a spider in front of an ox. We no longer need honey badger. We're on a different tact right now. You know I can't help myself. Like, to sell a swan to do this is offensive, but... Well... You know, never say never. No pill, huh? So right now you're getting iced. I actually don't mind this. You know, some might say, why would you kill the spider when you could just put the badger at the back? I think it tends to be worthwhile to kill their units at the front, which usually is where they stack up the business, you know? That being said, we're only going to draw this one. But this whole thing turns on its axis as soon as we get one more pill. And we would pill the spider. It's not going to happen this round, obviously. Thanks for sucking up the buff. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sucking down chili dogs outside the tasty freeze. Maybe this is okay. I still don't mind killing a 3/4 spider. We're going to get a level 2 ox, pill the spider in front of it. Get permanent melon armor on our badger for a bit. Okay, don't look now. But the meta you laughed at, the meta she told you not to worry about, is starting to clean up the beta patch. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Pill me. Thanks for the permanent +4 attack, plus melon armor. Now you can go here. Now, common misconception. Buff the badger because it does more damage when it dies. I promise you, when it hits level 2, you're not going to feel like you need that buff on the damage. If anything, like, so we'll hit you with this. You'll go to 12. You'll do 24 damage. We're already taking some damage in the process. But we're not taking enough to die. Our opponents almost certainly will be taking enough to die. Still not fully sold on the shark here. Round 7 with 3 wins. I must be like playing 2900 elo right now. This is just incredible luck for us, quite frankly. Everything is working out fantastically. And you all laughed at, to think that you all laughed at it. In my head, at least. Eat. I'm going to sell the cow. I honestly should sell the fish before I do this too, but okay, it didn't eat. Even better. If you have to... Okay, sure. If you have to, you can roll a giraffe for a round. And if you can get a giraffe to level up twice and then hit, like, your rabbit and your ox, then you'd feel pretty okay, I think. Again, like, the strategy is just working. It's a little surprising. And we're only going to get a draw here. Oh, no, I forgot that numbers are higher than other numbers. I forgot that's a thing in math these days. Getting you to level 3 is not a priority for me. Go ahead and eat. Not the fish, though. I should not the fish. Huge. Not actually, like, the scaling is so important. I guess we could have you buff yourself up at the front, oh, and you're like a +3+. You know what? Perhaps I was too hasty in my earlier statements. I could put a monkey at the front, except, no, you know what you can do? Well, I don't know if it's that relevant. I was going to say you could have the monkey as like a sacrificial lamb. And then save the ox some damage. I think you could do that. I don't think you need to. We're kind of cruising right now. But then the monkey would also hit the badger with the... So you might as well... Don't even worry about it, okay? Fish, you've done your part, honestly. I mean no disrespect by this. Roll me. There's something to be said about like a snipe meta helping us out here, but for the time being, I'm just gonna not, I guess. Sell me? Buff me? I think we gotta put a cat out here. Freeze this, though. I think you can... It might be a little late to make a 1-2 kangaroo work. Let's see. Is this build still holding on? It does suffer more against... Yeah, like that's a situation where... essentially... we did nothing. Like, we used 26 damage to kill an enemy with 1 HP. That's a little bit of a snooze. But we got the 6 wins. Let's figure out how to give it that 1 extra push. Certainly, I still very much enjoy this. Like, getting you to a 50-50 is important. Best way to do that is probably make our cat better at this point. It's still pretty good. Freeze you. Yeah, 25-36. You're actually going to be a 29-36 when you explode. That honestly could have gone a lot worse. This squad's got nothing else. I'm now on 10-win watch. I'm not saying we're going to get there because the squad is slightly unusual. Not insanely unusual, but certainly a little bit out of the pocket. Badger 1-up, unfortunately, it just brings back the Badger as like a 1-1. I get what you're saying, like you get 2 triggers on this, but that's only worth 4 damage. It's not likely to be a difference maker compared to some of the other stuff we could get going on. I mean, we can sell a giraffe, but there's no real utility to this squirrel at this stage of the game, I think. You may disagree, but I like that. These are not also Rans. Like, I need everybody on the squad to help. This is, I do think it's a little late for a seal on round 12 as well, but the giraffe is the only flex position, and I'm only dumping it for something like a tiger, maybe. I don't even know what the tiger would go behind. A scorpion would also be, like, high on the list for sure. We're getting insanely lucky with the mathematics here, but are you seeing this? I think you just got to go kind of hard here. Now, I don't want to start to talk like we're already there, and we don't need a level 3 giraffe, but the idea of getting 10 wins when your anchor unit, like it identifies or it symbolizes your entire run is literally, is literally an ox is atypical. That's a fun build. I like what you got going on. It's not, you know, anytime you get your bottom smacked by a level 3 otter, you just got to say respect. So you can go. You can now come in because we're kind of in desperate measures. This is if you're ever going to make a play to try to. At this point, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we just hit you with one of those because you're already close to max. I'm fishing one more time, even though the pizza will be pretty good. I'm fishing one more time for like a tiger. Ooh, wouldn't you know it? Okay, rabbit, get out of here. You really did serve a genuine purpose. I'm just hoping that maybe the math works out and our snake can pop some melon armor for us. It's pretty relevant. My own melon armor. Would you look at that? Dodo Rooster. Okay, but I got to acknowledge, I can't just be mad at Dodo Rooster. That's new dodo, new rooster. So nothing but respect. We got the 8 wins, which is the best I've done on the beta patch in like 10 years. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button. Thanks for watching. We'll get there. I'll see you next time.